This says broadcast resumed, so... Okay, maybe it will only count it as one.
It's hoping.
I'll have to check and see. I don't know, it's got a new timer at the bottom, so it may be a brand new stream, but I don't know,
Yeah,
we'll
maybe
see.
that's when it says resumed, it means okay, you know you were trying to record, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It just, oh, it's so annoying. The only place that has happened is in this dungeon. I swear, every time I come in here, I get at least one crash. I don't think it's happened in the trading post. No, you didn't lose connection. I lost connection. I got, my stream crashed, or my game crashed. He got killed while I was... Okay, no, he's back. Unfortunately, there's no one else here, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to leave the dungeon, and I will come back another time and take care of him. Oh, okay. You probably got disconnected about the time that I lost the stream, so you didn't probably miss anything. So. Oh, it happened at the same time? That sucks. I mean, it doesn't, actually, because you didn't miss anything, so... Well, at least I managed to get the last Sky Shard before the stream crashed. So all the Sky Shards are in one stream. Alright, we are out of here, guys.
Ah, good. I was starting to worry those necromancers got the better of you. Or that you fell in with their ranks. Just kidding. Who would be tempted to fall in with a group like that? Ridiculous. Did you happen to retrieve those shards?
Yes, I used the alarm to retrieve the ethereal shard you asked for.
Great! Well, that was easy. Guess the world's lucky we're not both necromancers, or we'd be able to claim these ruins for ourselves. Not that I want that, obviously. Who wants to be a necromancer?
You're doing that a
Anyway,
lot.
here's
Are you actually secretly a necromancer?
Well, it's over. I've got the shards, and I didn't get killed. Or press-ganged into becoming a necromancer.
See, this again.
I didn't even learn a lesson on procrastinating because everything worked out. Like it always does.
Now that you have those shards, what's next for you?
Now it's back to Master Lucianos in Skingrad. Back to measuring herb sachets and transcribing his correspondence. Suppose I'll keep wondering what those necromancers were up to. If these shards might have helped them in whatever they were doing.
You wanted to help the necromancers?
Help them? I don't even know what they were doing. But I keep wondering, what if they were trying to raise those minotaurs as their thralls? Bet they could have done it too, if only they had these ethereal shards for an extra bit of power.
Are you thinking of trying that yourself?
I don't know the first thing about necromancy. Even if I wanted to learn, it's not like I could just run into those ruins asking someone to teach me. Not like there's any of them left alive in there.
Are you thinking of becoming a necromancer?
Why? Do you think I'd make a good one? Kidding! Kidding. Can you imagine? Me, a necromancer. Wandering Tamriel with other necromancers. Killing anyone who displeases us.
I think I may have made a mistake.
Raising them to do our bidding. Bah, what a sight.
Yeah, I think I may have made a mistake. Oh well. Alright, so we have completed both public dungeons, we have completed the dells, we've got all the sky shards, so the next thing on our agenda is we're going to jump back to Skingrad, and, oh, that's the way shrine I'm missing, is the Skingrad one. We're going to start a very special quest called the Second Era of Scribing. I need to keep an eye on the time because I can't rely on the stream time to tell me when it's been, or when, you know, time is up. Have you read the Dresden Files? I have not read the Dresden Files, no. And there we are at Skingrad.
There you are. I have been expecting you.
Okay. Second Era of Scribing. Probably. It's something I've been meaning to get to, I just haven't done it yet. I think it's this way, towards the Mages Guild.
The new forest worries me. Nothing natural ever grew that quickly.
It's those wood elves. Ravenwood is trying to annex territory that is rightfully ours.
You stopped. Amazing. The adept that helped return Ivea to Nirn. Ah, sorry. Vanus Galarian himself asked me to find you. We have a bit of a predicament.
What kind of predicament?
The Archmagister asked that I not say too much in earshot of my guildmates. Let's just say it's a magical anomaly. Untamed power from an unknown source. Plenty to catch a mage's interest, but that's just the trouble. It could be highly dangerous.
Is the Mages Guild keeping this a secret?
For now. Power draws mages like moths to a flame. We're a little hopeless that way. Votary Nalia, a knight from the Order of the Lamp, is on the scene. She needs someone to help her explore this anomaly and assess the danger. What do you say?
I will help the Volary access the magical anomaly.
Excellent. The anomaly is in an old complex called Sunamir, beneath the Sunhold Mages Guild. Good luck. Hopefully the rest of us won't be far behind you.
What else can you tell me about the Volary?
Take my word for it, she's one of our best. Professional, highly focused, a tad overworked, maybe. Some say knights in the Order of the Lamp are just failed mages. Those people haven't met Nalia.
She's a knight that uses magic?
She's got an incredible aptitude for portal magic. Taught me everything I know. She'd have made a fine adept if she didn't love that sword so much. At least, I think she loves it. She's hard to read these days. Very focused on work, like I said.
What is her title, Volary?
Other knights throw around honorifics like Sir and Dame. It's like that. A way for members to distinguish themselves. It speaks to their vows to the Order and to their role as a light to defend the guild.
Can you tell me more about the Order of the Lamp?
They fill many roles, often acting as bodyguards for powerful members or guardians of ancient magics. There aren't many knights in the Order, especially compared to the number of mages in the guild.
Why aren't there many knights in the Order?
The standard for knights inducted into the Order soar higher than Kapora Tower. We don't just take anyone who can swing a blade, especially these days.
See, why have I never heard of the Order of the Lamp before?
Well, rumor is that Archmagister Vanus formed the Order to lend legitimacy to the Mages Guild back when it was founded. That's not really a problem anymore. The knights are brave, skilled, and true. But the Order doesn't have much clout these days.
The Order is fading away.
Don't let Nalia hear you say that, but yes. Votaries of the Order of the Lamp are a rare sight in Tamriel these days, and likely to get rarer as the years roll on.
What do you know about the anomaly?
Precious little, I'm afraid. They broke through an old wall to get at it. Votary Nalia can fill you in on the details, but I heard one of the other knights mention its old, deep magic. Makes sense, given the age of Sunamir.
Sunamir is a guild hall?
No, Sunamir predates the founding of the Mages Guild by, 1,000 years or so. It's an ancient library, I think. Lots of dusty tomes and some esoteric stories from all across Tamriel.
Okay.
Nalia and the others are inside. Stay safe in there.
Alright, we're going to Somerset. Galarium Outer Ruins.
Ah, good. You must be our backup. A nod came through.
Magnus, watch over you, Nalia. We'll keep watch out here.
Right. Lead the way, traveler. The door just down the hall here.
Alright, let's go.
Mind your step. This place is a bit of a mess thanks to that portal. Now that we have a moment, allow me to introduce myself. Nalia, Votary Knight in the Order of the Lamp. I know of your impressive work for the Guild, of course. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ernard briefed you on our situation?
He asked me to help you investigate a magical anomaly.
That's exactly right. I'm quite proficient with portals, you see. This was my first time patrolling here in Sunamir, filling in for a friend. I sensed a portal through the wall back there, and when we broke through, well...
Did you try to go through?
I mean, I tried. There used to be a lot more wall back there. The portal didn't like me trying to go through one bit. Raw magical energy came bursting out. I'm just lucky I wasn't scraped up too bad.
What do you know? What do you want to do now?
This portal is old magic, keyed to require 2 people to enter at the same time. I think. That's where you come in. I'll see if I can stabilize it, then we go through together.
Do you have...
Do you have any questions before we head in?
I do have a few questions.
Fair enough. I'll answer what I can.
Why do you think
What
this
would you
portal
like to
needs
know?
more than... Why do you think this portal needs more than one person to grant entry?
I'm good with portal magic. Really good. But I'm self-taught. I can't really put it into words like one of the adepts might. I've made and examined a lot of portals. This one is odd. Unique. A door with 2 keyholes waiting since the First Era.
Can you tell me where it leads?
No. But I can tell you it doesn't lead to a Daedric realm. At least we've got that going for us. The other side is shrouded, but it's somewhere on Nirn. Maybe some kind of lingering lost magic from the First Era.
What else can you tell me about this place?
Sunamir? We're in Somerset, deep under the Mages Guild in Sunhold. There's a few ways inside, so the guild has us patrol every so often, just to make sure no cultists or tome thieves got in.
Why is this place so important to the Mages Guild?
It's not, really. The place was donated to the guild sometime around its founding. The oldest books found here were from the early middle of the First Era. Shame they weren't kept in better condition. A lot of these books have been lost to time.
The Order of the Lamp, can you tell me more about them?
Each knight takes a solemn vow to protect the Mages Guild, its members, and its goals. When we're available, we also go in first to deal with situations like this, trying to assess the unknown before letting the adepts get their hands dirty.
Why wouldn't you be available?
There aren't many votaries in the Order right now. Part of why I joined up. I tried the adept's life before that. Being a lamp knight suits me better. Even if I still get called on for my portal magic just as much as before.
Why not ask one of your colleagues to enter the portal with you? Why seek me out?
If we were still on patrol, I'd be perfectly comfortable with Laren and Julian at my side. But we have no idea what's beyond that portal. One of the nice parts of being in a guild is you can call in backup. That's you.
Okay, and see.
Here we go. It's happening again! Brace yourself! That blast reawakened some latent magic in here. Watch out!
And all this spoke that would a location to meditate. I just need a little more time.
An illusion? It seems distorted.
This page appears torn from a journal, packed all I could, but mainly carried resentment, the thoughtless whims of fools and madmen. I have left my heart barren. I broke myself trying to save everything. I'll leave and make a legacy to carry on what I discovered. The Scholarium will live again, just not. And that's it.
Old notes down here. This thing's as stable as I can make it. Let's head in before. Good to know I was right about the portal. Let's figure out where we are and find the source of all this unstable magic. Architecture is Elven. We must still be near Somerset. All these defenses are meant to protect what? Feel that surge of magic? We're getting close.
Welcome to the Scholarium.
Whatever's causing this, I think it's in the next room. Come on! Voice of Magnus. Where are we? What is this place? This place is incredible. We'll have to explore when we're not in mortal danger.
danger.
All this unstable magic seems to be flowing from those doors to the altar.
I can try to close the doors.
Ah, see? You took the words right out of my mouth. Close the doors if you can. I'll see what I can do to stabilize the focusing crystal on the altar.
Good luck.
I'll handle things here. Shut those doors.
You have the strength to seek me out.
It's been too long since someone basked in my presence.
Humans ascend the star-parked night. One a lamp and one a light.
Hello? Oh no, is someone there?
Adventurer, I need you up here, now!
I'm on my way. Just give me a second. Oh, that's not good.
That wasn't the best idea I've ever had.
Meddlers, thieves, what have you done to my altar?
We were just trying to calm things down. Who in oblivion are you?
This is a fine way to wake after centuries of restless slumber. Did she send you? You're not at all what I was promised. It wasn't enough to break in. You had to smash the altar, too.
We were trying to calm the unstable magic. Who are you?
You may call me the Crow. This is the Scalarium, and... I see now. She didn't send you. If she had, your knight wouldn't have smashed the altar's focusing crystal.
I want to help. Just tell me what to do.
I suppose, if you meant true harm, you could have done much worse. We'll need a new crystal to act as a focus for the altar. Procure one, and... pin feathers. I suppose it's the only way. We'll have to try.
Have to try what?
This altar focuses power to shape the very heart of magic itself. If we're going to get things under control, I'll need to talk you through the rite of scribing. But first things first, there should be an old focus or two in the East Wing. Hurry.
I'll find a new focus in the East Wing.
The East Wing should still have a replacement crystal boxed up somewhere. Don't let the Scalarium's defenses stand in your way. Hurry now.
What is scribing? Can you tell me what's going on?
We'll have all the time in the world to talk after the magic here is quelled. If the altar isn't stabilized, our conversation options will be very limited, because we will be dead.
I'll find that crystal then.
I'll hang back. That blast took a lot out of me. I really don't like your odds.
Yes, good. Bring the crystal to the altar. Place it in the empty locus. If we are to quell this magic, we must focus it into a new creation. Place your hands on the altar. This is the scribing altar. Make this grimoire your own. The skill is scribed. The magic of the Scalarium is calmed. Well done. Let's talk about what comes next. It's done. The altar is quiet, and for the first time in centuries, scribing has returned to Tamriel. It's clear Ulfsil did not send you, but I believe she would be quite proud of you just the same.
Ulfsid didn't send us. Who is she?
Archmage Ulfsild the Evergreen? Warrior Witch of Kyne's Aegis? Clever woman of the Druidoc? the Pale's priestess of Juno. She created the Scalarium and perfected the art of scribing.
And that's what I just did, scribing, shaping magic.
Like a ray of sunlight from Magnus himself. Yes, scribing is an art developed by Archmage Ulfsild in collaboration with powerful beings. Spirits, if you like. They are called the Luminaries of Magic. And you, adventurer, are going to seek them out.
Why would I do that?
To inherit Ulfsild's legacy. To make your mark on spellcraft itself. The Luminaries wait beyond these beautiful sealed doors. If you're willing, I will guide you on the path of scribing. I will take you under my wing.
And I can scribe more grimoires, shape new skills?
There is a world of magic beyond your mortal ken, adventurer. With the Luminaries at your side, there is nothing you cannot accomplish. Speak to your knight. Consider my offer.
I will speak with her.
There is much to be done, but it will be good to flex my feathers again.
I have many questions for you.
And I have questions for you. It's been so long since I've spoken to someone like this. I'll spare you my interrogation. I'll learn more about you as you follow the path of the Luminaries.
You call this place the Scalarium. Where are we?
We are beneath an island called Ivea. In ages past, Ivea was a sanctuary for magic, founded by Ulfsild's husband, Archmagus Shalador. I am caretaker to this space, Ulfsild's familiar, set to watch over it when the island was lost.
The island was returned to Nirn. I've helped Archmage beat Stregorath.
Impressive. And well-timed. The Mad God's discovery of the Scalarium would have been catastrophic. I felt the shift when Ivea returned to Nirn, but had no idea what called it home. I can think of no one better suited to inherit Ulfsild's legacy.
What can you tell me about Ulfsid?
Has all record of her accomplishments been lost? Not a footnote remains of her life and deeds? Her discovery of the Luminaries began long before she met and wed Archmage Shalador, though their collaboration would encompass the work of a lifetime.
Shalador became so obsessed with reclaiming Ivea that Ilvasad left him.
She did. I'm saddened and surprised. They were very much in love. They always knew they would not see the end together, but I doubt either of them expected things would end like that.
What do you mean they knew they wouldn't be together forever?
Shalador was one of the greatest mages to walk the face of Nirn. He planned to live until the Aedra themselves wrested him from this world. But Ulfsild didn't want to live forever. She wanted to leave behind a legacy. Now, thanks to you, she will.
See, what exactly is scribing?
Like a flock moving across the sky, scribing twists and turns in the wind. It was an art form, a discipline, and a life's work. And as she got to know the Luminaries, it became a collaboration with her very best friends.
How did the Luminaries help her with scribing?
Ulfsild's innate gift to see magicka brought with it a lifetime of lived experiences not easily transferred to others. So she developed the art of shaping magic via ink, parchment, and quill. What was missing was raw mystical strength.
The Luminaries lent her strength?
In so many ways. Scribing hinges upon the borrowed power of the Luminaries, channeled through the altar. With their power flowing to the focus at the heart of the Scalarium, a mage is able to do incredible, ineffable acts of creation.
What makes scribing work, the grimoires and scripts and ink?
Most spells and skills are time-honored traditions. Reliable, consistent. But they lack artistry. Require nothing from the caster beyond a basic understanding of how magicka flows. I described scribing as an art because it requires artistry.
She combined art with magic?
Yes, that's a good way to look at it. Grimoires are spells and skills built from the ground up with artistry. No one would claim they're the most efficient, most reliable workings. But they're far more flexible than the average magecraft.
They're flexible, that's where the scripts come in.
Ha! You've got it! You can paint a picture with many different brushes, many different colors, can you not? Scribing allows a talented hand to do the same with magic, crafting a spell or skill in just the artistic fashion you want.
I've been a knight in the Order for years, Traveler, and I've never heard of anything like this. A lost art of shaping magic, an ancient library, and these luminaries. This is incredible.
The crow seems to think I can learn more about scribing from the Luminaries.
Hopefully you'll learn exactly what a luminary is while you're at it. I'm lucky you were here, Traveler. My magic is so specialized. With that altar, who knows what else you'll learn to do? What sort of spells and skills you'll create?
What do we do next?
Well, I need to report in. Tell the head of my order what's happened and get guidance from the Archmagister. If you're asking my advice, why not stay here? Talk more with the crow and see if you can start to walk this path she mentioned.
This turned out to be quite the patrol, no?
A patrol to last a lifetime. I brought you in to help with an unstable portal, and look at everything we've done. Explored an ancient library, met a talking crow, and apparently revived an ancient form of magic. Can't wait to see what happens next. I have no idea how I'm going to explain this to the head of my order. This will be a long and entertaining conversation. In the meantime, you have a feathered scholar to speak with.
I do. What are you hoping to get from the Mages Guild?
You passed some of my trusted associates when we entered Sunamir. I want them tasked to investigate and catalog what we find. In the meantime, you're our resident expert on scribing. You need to learn everything you can.
This seems to be a great deal still to discover.
You couldn't be more right. What are the luminaries? How do they relate to this lost art of scribing? We have more questions than answers. Luckily, we also have you. Give the crow my regards, Traveler.
I'll go speak with the crow. Good luck.
I'm a touch nervous to bring this to the Rotary Commander and Archmage Galarian. This is going to come as quite a surprise. And those two hate surprises. I'll be fine. Probably.
Before you go, can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. We really jumped into the boggy end of the swamp together, didn't we?
I will be right back.
Answering
I'm sorry.
a few questions is the least I can do for the world's foremost expert on scribe. My plan is to bring in Ernard, who opened the portal for you, as well as Laren and Julian. You passed them back in Sunamir. And Chronicler Ferandil. He'll be invaluable here and can keep the other three in line. Votary Laren and I have gotten each other out of more scrapes than I can count. Julian is sour as a plum, but she's one of the smartest people I know.
I'm back. Sorry about
Ernard
that.
Doesn't look like much, but he cuts through guild politics like a spell-forged blade.
And Chronicler?
Ferandil is... well, he's not much fun at parties. But put him in front of a stack of moldy old tomes and he'll have them organized, catalogued, and analyzed faster than you can say Eye of Magnus 3 times fast.
Could you tell me about yourself?
Oh, me? Not much to tell, really. I grew up in a guild family. My mother was an adept, and my father was a researcher back in Eldenroot. I started off sort of following in the family business, but most magic just kind of eludes me.
That's why you became a knight in the Order of the Lamp?
Yeah. Swords always made more sense to me than spells. Portals and I get along great, something about how they come together. Like a good riddle. But most magic and I just don't get along. Much to my father's chagrin.
Let's see. We'll speak again when you return. I've asked enough about the Order of the Lamp, so... Okay. I don't think we'll be able to finish Wing of the Indrik today, but we'll start it, and then I'll probably come back and do the other. Now, I wonder, did that actually take up some of my inks? I don't actually know if it did or not. Like, surely they wouldn't be required to spend a precious resource like that for a quest. No, it didn't actually use up any of my inks, thank goodness.
I'm glad you've chosen to stay, Interloper. The path to master scribing is not an easy one, but its rewards are innumerable. Your knight appears to be leaving. Did I ruffle her feathers with my cause?
She's going to report into the Mages Guild and request some assistance here.
A guild of mages? Fascinating, but a topic for another conversation. Let's stay focused. Ulfsild prepared for the day that someone would follow in her footsteps. She left behind resources, notes, and information for her eventual inheritor.
And you want me to be this inheritor?
What I want is immaterial. The luminaries will dictate your future as a scriber of grimoires, an editor of spells. That said, I am Ulfsild's familiar. I can guide your early steps, get you flying in the right direction. Where you perch is up to you.
Where do I start?
Ulfsild left a number of echoes, instructional illusions, scattered throughout the library. Their aim is to guide you through the process of contacting the luminaries, making allies of them once again. There's one just behind you. See for yourself.
I'll see what Ulfasad has to say then.
The echo at the base of the altar is just one of many. Much of the Scalarium's knowledge has been lost to time. But if Magnus wills it, Ulfsild's preparations should be enough to see us through. Fly back to me when you have followed Ulfsild's instructions.
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you. I've left behind another sort of guide, the True Sight Lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could.
I keep being sent to the East Wing. There's something that they like. They really like the East Wing a lot. Oh yeah, this guy's already here.
You come around the corner, you see old Ferandil, and you just know I have something good for you today. Let's see if I'm right.
Yep, I can buy all the grimoires, which are 9,000 each. I can actually get Soul Burst for free, I think, when I finish the quest line, so I'm going to wait to pick that up. Oh, that's cool. There's a lot more scripts available here than there was on my game. Wait, that's 9 gold? I may as well pick those up.
I made this lens so you might see the world as I do. This very warp and weft of magic laid out before me. A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the luminaries. Follow these signposts, and you will find their domains.
Good. You found the lens. It will be your most important tool in tracing a path to the luminaries. Merely holding the lens will attune you to the flow of magic. You will begin to see focal points, impressions left behind by these mystical beings.
How do I use these focal points?
It's quite simple. Stand in one and peer through the lens. Hidden magics in many forms will be revealed to you. Doors, glyphs, even secrets layered within tomes. But here, enough talk. Let's begin.
Where do I start?
Gather your feathers about you. Nearby you will see a focal point and the Fable of the Indrik. Read the book, then step into the focal point. Peer through the lens, and you'll see the tome in an all-new light.
I'll give it a try.
Ulfsild's secrets are all around us. You need only know where to look. Read the Fable of the Indrik, then use the lens and re-examine the tome. You'll see what I mean.
Can you tell me more about this lens?
Ulfsild created the True Sight lens as she developed the art of scribing. From a young age, she could see magic in a way few others could. This intuitive understanding of magic was what led her to the luminaries, and inspired scribing itself.
If she could see magic, why did she need a lens?
Seeing and understanding are two different things, interloper. The lens was a tool, a high branch to give her a bird's eye view of impressions left behind by the luminaries.
And what do you mean she could see magic?
From a very young age, Archmage Ulfsild found she could see the current of magic as it flowed across Nirn. Faintly at times, more strongly in others. A rare and precious gift, one granted by Magnus himself, no doubt.
If she could see... Oh, we already asked that. Okay. Alright, Fable of the Indrik. We look at it, it looks like just like a normal book.
Now enter the focal point and peer through the lens. You will see what was unseen in the fable.
Read the anointed fable, the annotated fable. So this is giving different directions to where we need to go. So first we'll be heading to Dawnbreak.
Excellent. Ulfsild's annotations will tell you where you need to go. You've seen the hidden annotations then, and you know where you are going?
It looks like Ulfred's Notes leads to Auradon.
You should be able to follow those annotations in sequence, leading you from location to location. Just like the hunter in the fable, you seek the Indrik now. Let Ulfsild be your guide.
Is there anything else I need to know?
As this is your first time, I will accompany you into the field. Not everything you need to know is on the page. I will teach you how to break the luminary wards and retrieve key fragments to enter the Indrik's domain.
I'll see you in Auradon then.
I'll meet you at the Lady's Standing Stone in Auradon. How nice it'll be to really stretch my wings again.
Do all the luminaries have fables like this?
Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. A small handful of her annotated volumes will be needed to find the luminaries. Beyond the Indrik, you will seek them out in whatever order you choose.
Why am I starting with the Indrik?
Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the luminaries to ally with the Archmage, and the first to commit his power to the altar. If any of these unorthodox beings are still loyal to Ulfsild, I felt he would be the one.
I'm not sure how the luminaries connect to scribing or the altar.
Tilt your head, and think of the altar as the heart of the Scalarium. Without it, the library would simply be a graveyard of tomes. A lifeless shell filled with old knowledge and stories of the past. What makes that heart beat? What gives it life?
The luminaries of magic?
Yes. Before the doors were sealed, the Indrik, Netch, Dragon, and Griffin fed the altar their strength. Now the heart of the Scalarium struggles to beat, and without that beating heart, your mastery of scribing will stagnate.
And how do we know they'll be willing to share their strength with the altar again?
Ah, there's the trick. We don't. Ulfsild underwent trials to prove her worth, to gain their trust. But that was lifetimes ago. All we can hope to do now is find the luminaries and remind them of their promise to Ulfsild. The rest is up to you.
Alright, let's do this. At least get started anyways. Now, there may be a portal to take me to Auradon, hopefully. Yeah, here we go.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home. Let's ride!
Here we are, where the fabled chase began. what a flight! I almost didn't want to land. But to business. The luminaries are beings of great power. Each has a domain they have shaped to their choosing. Each domain has a door, and each door, of course, has a key.
And where can I find this key?
As I said in the library, let the fable be your guide. We are here at the Lady, the first annotated location in the fable. Just as you did back at the Scalarium, peer through the true sight lens within a focal point.
What am I looking for?
Magic wards left behind by the Indrik. A trio of these wards hide a fragment of his key. Once revealed, these wards can be dispelled from a distance. Clear them all, and the key fragment will be revealed. Don't worry, I'll help you find it.
Only a fragment of the key?
If the luminaries share one trait, it's a love of a challenge overcome. Yes, you'll need to gather 3 key fragments to open the Indrik's door. Let's begin. And remember, if you lose your sight, there will always be more focal points at hand.
Alright, I'll use the lens and find the Indrik's wards.
Peer through the lens, reveal the wards, and claim the key fragment. This may seem a small step, but an incredible path waits before you. I'm not sure I can give you a simple answer to that question. Perhaps some of the luminaries can give you their perspective. My best guess? When you see magic the way they do, your taste for the company of mortal mages might sour.
So mages annoy them?
That ruffles the feathers more than I intended. Think of it this way. Your average archmage is just a neophyte compared to the luminaries. I think these hidden keys are a way to dissuade, let's call them, casual questions.
That's a fair point. Alright, so here is our focal point.
The lens.
Alright, so we're looking for our signal, which is there. You see, there's 2 of them there. So we just gotta run over and erase them. Now, the focal point the words will always be in view of the focal point.
Your vision has faded. Find another focal point. Each will be in sight of a ward.
Yeah, see, like you said.
Your vision has faded once more. Find another focal point. Peer through the lens and break the ward to find the key fragment. The wards are gone, and the fragment revealed. The first key fragment is yours. Well done. You've taken to this well. Your early steps to master scribing. But from here I must take my leave. Return to the Scalarium. Ulfsild, I believe, wanted her inheritor to walk this path alone.
Alright, I just need to find the other 2 key fragments, right?
Just as you did here, use the fable to find your way. Dispel the wards, and with key in hand, you should be able to open the door and meet the luminary Indrik face to face.
What then?
He will likely ask you to prove yourself worthy of his power. I have a good feeling about you, interloper. Altar breaker. I have faith you can do it. Magnus guide you on your journey, and I'll see you back at the Scalarium.
Nuggy time!
Just remember, you can always reference the Fable of the Indrik from your bag. Ulfsild's annotations will guide you on your journey. Find the wards, obtain the fragments, and soon you shall meet your first luminary of magic.
Alright, so that was the first one. So that was a Mundus stone, the one on an island in a small pond across the river from the little mining settlement. The man beast was to be an Indrik. Moongrey suggests the ruins of Ondil. So Ondil it is. If I can remember where Ondil is. There we go.
Not get separated. I'd rather not be alone in this place.
Excellent. The wards are nearby. Seek the key fragment. Walk the path.
Okay, I'm looking for the first fragment, or for the first ward. That was one. There was another one, yep, right there. There we go. Now we just gotta go grab the key fragment and we're off to the next location. We are going to Baruman on the east coast. No tower, but there's an ancient well of power there. Which is right here. So we're just gonna jump over here to the to this apartment. The driver make the radio play.
I'm walking anyway.
Swimmy, swimming, just keep swimming. What do? We swim. Nah, 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 nah. I love to swim. Swim when you want to swim, you have to swim.
Gather your feathers about you. The last fragment is within those ruins.
Well, those are all players. Good gracious. Okay, now we are going to the lighthouse.
primary Indrik store is close. Find the path to the top, and take the next step on your journey.
Here we go. The wing of the Indrik. Oh, you still there with me, Joe?
Mm-hmm. So I'll
He's
concentrate on a race.
Ah, sorry.
I'm doing terribly.
Alright, this is going to be really cool, so if you could look at the screen, you'll want to see this.
I really can't.
Okay.
It has been many long years since a mortal entered my domain. And now here you are, following in Ulfsild's footsteps. Welcome to my domain, adventurer, bearer of my fable. I sense the power of the Scholarium within you. Your ink-stained hands have touched the altar's magic. I sensed too when Ulfsild's essence faded from this realm. After all these years, do you hope to be her inheritor?
I might be. I'm still new to this.
I sense potential. You hunger for power, much as Ulfsild did when she sought me out all those years ago. I will ask you the same question I asked her. Do you deserve this power? The power to edit grimoires, to rewrite magic?
I'm not sure.
An honest answer, and wise. I offer the power to maim or mend, to blast with flame or freeze with ice. Such a gift is not taken lightly. But first, my door must open once again. Place the fable you carry with you upon the dais.
How will that open the door?
A story is never just a story. It has the power to change from within and without. The fable of the Indrik acts as a symbolic connection, a commitment from me to you. Place the book and open the path.
I'll place the fable on the dais then.
It's good to taste the ink of the Scholarium upon the air again. Power can mean many things. Its meaning may change with each new day, each turn of the season. Ulfsild learned this hard lesson when the Scholarium slipped away. If I am to teach you as I taught her, I must learn what power means to you.
How do you want to do that?
A scroll nearby details a series of challenges, expressions of power, both subtle and not. Choose two to complete, that I might know what power means to you.
Does it matter which task I complete?
You do not know me yet, but I am no taskmaster. Power expressed against one's will is no power at all. Attempt only the challenges that appeal to you. When you are done, return, and we will take your next step together.
I'll return when the challenges are done.
Rest easy. I would not set you to task without cause. There is method to my mindset. In the meantime, you have many questions. Mortals always do.
That's true, I do have questions for you.
I would be disappointed if you did not. Scribing is an art esoteric, translating the very stuff of magic into mortal hands by luminary liaison. There's much you do not understand. Yet.
Why do you have me doing these particular challenges?
To consider the meaning of power. Every being alive thinks they understand it. But how to gain power, or what power to gain, is not the crucial question. How should power be used? That is what drives me.
Any challenges all relate to power?
Gladiators in a ring, the unquiet dead, a Daedric incursion, overlords reigning in the depths. They all possess the means to destroy, to control. I encourage you to see that power firsthand, and consider how you yourself would use it.
Can you tell me more about scribing, what it means to you?
The act of scribing is really quite simple. You focus your will, put ink to parchment, and scrawl your soul upon the page. You change the magic, and the magic changes you. Focus your intent, and fire becomes frost. Venom becomes shock.
If it's so simple, why is scribing a lost art?
That was Ulfsild's choice. She spoke to other scholars of her time, her husband, her friends. But scribing was a path she walked alone. It was a choice I believe she came to regret in the end.
Let's see. What are you exactly? What are the luminaries?
If magic is a river, we are eddies in the current. We are not masters of the river, but we are a part of it. The river is us. We are the river. Each of us awakened in a different manner, time, and place. I am the oldest to choose my form, I believe.
You chose your form. Why are you an Indrik?
Why are you the way that you are? Why do you have scales, a forked tongue, and a tail? You are what you were born to be, and I am the same. I was able to choose my shape, but there was no other shape I could have been.
Okay, where are we?
My pocket domain, shaped and hewn into being in the same way I chose my form. I find it a pleasant respite from the larger world. Other luminary domains may have been formed with different goals.
Every luminary has their own domain, their own wing like this?
Indeed. Each of us formed a pocket realm as we were born. None of us could answer the question of why, if that has risen to the top of your mind. Each of us has an opinion, of course. But that's also in our very nature, it would seem.
What's your opinion?
I think we are very alone, each of us. And Aetherius, in its wisdom, did not wish us to be both alone and wandering. This sense of isolation is something we each grapple with in our own way. As did Ulfsild, of course.
Why does it look like the Somerset Isles?
The noble beast whose shape I chose felt right at home among these falling petals and verdant greens. When I need a moment's peace, or to rid my mind of stray thoughts, I'm grateful that this was the space that formed around me.
Okay. And is this place part of the Scalarium?
Only partially. Scribing, even in its earliest incarnations, seemed destined to use a luminary's power. It was Ulfsild's idea to bind my domain to the Scalarium, which in turn led to great achievements and those beautiful doors.
Your power runs into the Scalarium through the door?
In Ulfsild's time, yes, it did. The strength of the luminaries, channeled into the very heart of the scribing altar, allowed for incredible feats. And may do so again, depending on how you fare.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to take the scroll, and then we're going to call it a stream. So I know what needs to be done for these challenges, so we will go and take care of this starting next week. So we're going to do all the scribing stuff next week, and if we have time afterwards, we'll start doing the location quest in Westfield. If not, we'll do that the week after. Of course, join us for Baldur's Gate 3. That'll be starting in about 54 minutes on both Joe and I's channels. And then, of course, we'll be back for SpongeBob on Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great day. Goodbye.